What's going on, everybody? Deal or No Deal here, bringing you some more Hearthstone today. I apologize for not uploading a little bit. It's just it's been busy. I haven't played too much. I have played a little bit of ranked. Got myself to rank 13. I was using mostly Druid and Warrior, but I have a pretty decent Paladin deck, I feel. Plus Paladins, I find it to be one of the most fun to play, so I'm trying that at a higher rank. So against Druid, these two aren't necessary right away. The True Silver Champion can help, so I'm going to hold on to it in case he gets anything early. Anyway, I'll get another one. Okay, so not the best hand, but we'll see how it goes. Nothing. So at the time of this recording, it's only 2 more days till next Aramis, so I'm pretty excited. I found that the game's getting just a little stale with the little amount of cards available overall, so new cards, there's going to be more life to the game. So I'm excited for that, see how it kind of like changes the metagame, which is very interesting because, you know, there's the meta way and then anti-meta decks, which actually can work, so you'll see things that you think were bad played in competitive play and work just because you don't expect it. So it is interesting to have a small pool of cards, but I think we should be, you know, really focusing on the new ones. So he's ramping up pretty well. I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with it. I mean, turn 5, he could Druid of the Claw. Okay, chooses to Wrath. That's the problem. That's the one thing about Paladin's ability is like 3 of the heroes immediately just have ways of taking out your little 1/1s. So I'm going to bring out the Shield Master. So I mean, at least it kind of like makes him do it, I guess, as opposed to like hitting me or playing something else. But at the same time, it just means that his hero ability just counters mine. For the most part.
Where shall I strike?
I figured that was coming. So I could take it out. I probably should. So I'll weapon up. It doesn't really matter what order I do this in.
For justice.
Excuse me. I mean, he could just hero ability for that, so that's unfortunate. But I don't want him to have board presence, which is gonna be hard to deal with now, because now that he's got pretty high mana. I mean, now we're entering the Ancients. You can play either one of those. And if you were to play an Ancient of War, I'm not really sure how I can deal with that. Nothing right now anyways, but we're looking alright. He didn't do anything really. So I could Consecrate and then maybe just play a minion. Or, you know, hero power. Which I think is the best play right now. I don't want to use the other cards. So
Let me think.
it's not the maximum use for Consecrate, but he probably will be playing bigger creatures from here on in. So
For justice. Reporting for duty.
the Loot Hoarder is surprising though. You don't normally see that in a ramp Druid deck. I mean, he might not be playing like pure ramp, but that is the way to play it.
I must safeguard the land.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. Very interesting. So I do have the Pyro Equality mumbo jumbo combo. I don't know if I like that though. Maybe I'll wait. My options are limited. I can weapon up and take out one. That'll leave me with 3 mana. Probably just play a minion from there. So I think that's probably the play for now. I'll save the combo. Once he plays a bigger creature, then I'm sure it'll be more worthwhile. So face, and then I think just hero power. It's not worth playing the other guys. BGH is good too. I could always save that for whatever big creature he plays. I mean, now turn 9, so I mean he has access to Cenarius or Alexstrasza or whatever he's running. But if he decides to stick with lower end stuff like Yetis, then be even better. Okay, Ironbark Protector. Innervate. If he plays another creature, then I'm definitely gonna blow up the field. Oh no, he's not though. Probably just take them both out. Yeah, I still want to hold off on the combo. I think I'm going to just BGH it.
I've got the beast in my sight.
Hit that.
Justice.
And then 5 mana. I could either Hero Power and Harvest Golem, or I could play the Shield Master. For the sake of feeling better about my mana, I'll just do that. Plus it gives me a stronger board presence. So, we'll see what happens. Because if he has a way of clearing it like Swipe or Starfall or whatever.
I have no time for games.
Your magic shall not save
I'm going to blow it up. I'm going to blow up the field. So,
Gotcha.
make sure to attack first.
To battle.
And then you can take your bullshit and go to hell. I mean, yeah, I lost more cards in the long run, but I'm not too worried. This isn't like the kind of ramp druid I was expecting. Maybe mid-range? Looks to be that way. Okay, so he used a Starfall on that. Which means he won't have it for later. So, I think I'm going to Guardian of Kings and Peacekeeper. So he can't kill either of my creatures with it, and then I can just take it out with the Guardian. So, I think we're sitting in a pretty decent spot. I mean, pretty even card-wise, but I mean, I have a stronger board presence. I have Cairn, so it's gonna give me a little bit more value. That's interesting. I've never really seen anyone play Naturalize before. Kind of a waste of a card, really. Like, he didn't gain anything from that. In fact, he's pretty much just solidified the loss here. So, ooh. Just to get the extra one. And then, yeah. Sweet.
Last warning.
Alright, and then probably just minion.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, he screwed himself with Naturalize. That's why you don't run that card. It seems, you know, destroy any minion for 1 mana, but giving them 2 cards in return just doesn't work out. So he's delayed it for a turn. We got this though. Cairn, Knackle it. See, even if he armed, it doesn't matter what he does. He'd have to play like Healing Touch just to survive, but.
Truth is my shield.
Okay, no. It's a solid answer. It's not over just yet. Will he win? No. But let's see.
Bring pain.
Oh.
Well played.
Oh.
None shall
Oh, alright. Good game. That was a lucky top deck, though. I mean, I would have still been able to get rid of it, but it worked out a little nicer that way. Alright, let's keep going then. So, as you can see, it's a good Paladin deck. I like it. I'll have the deck list on the side. I didn't mention that earlier, but yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing that. And I decided to not put background music in this, or I'm not going to when I edit it, but people just weren't crazy about it. I thought it was gonna add a little something, but whatever. Probably just have the game sounds then. But all right, Warlock. Trash that. These two are good. If it's Zoo, then this guy is magical. If it's Handlock, then that'll still help. So pretty good for the mana curve. I'm happy with this hand. Nothing to do now. So we'll see. Basically, turn 1's pretty important for Zoo. And it's Zoo. So that's a little frustrating. Probably just play the minion. Because Thalnos is not worth playing. It would give me some cycle, you know, with the card draw, get me access to some other stuff, but I'd rather save it, because with the Hammer of Wrath, it could be useful. You never know. Alright. I'm not worried. Not yet, anyways. Because I stuff like some of the heal to kind of protect me, anyways. So even if it brings me down, then I'll just bring myself back up. As long as I draw it. I mean, Zoo does move fast, but if I can just get like a Consecrate or something, I can couple it with Thalnos. I can couple it with Pyromancer. So. Lose. No. But Hammer is good. Hammer is good. So I'm going to hammer this. Kodo is good too. And then do I save it? Because I think I'm going to Hammer of Wrath this next turn. So I might just wait and then take that out with the Golem. So I'll hold off on the attack. It all depends on what he does, but I mean they don't really run removal. It's all creatures, so unless he opts to take it out. He's probably gonna go face. I can't imagine him not wanting to go face. Yeah. Which makes sense. I mean, I would do the same. True Silver Champion. So, I'm getting pretty low. So if I Healing Touch, I have 3 left over, but I can't do anything. Whereas if I Hammer, hit, or maybe it would be worth taking out the. Yeah, it would be worth taking out the Wolf. Yeah. So let's Hammer. Equality. So I can always, always do something with that. Alright, I think that was the best move I could make. I don't know why I said well played. I don't think he has game. 5 mana. And I can always blow up the field anyways. So. Alright. Yeah. He's gonna have... Yeah. So I definitely have to blow up the field. And then healing touch just to stay alive. And then next turn I'll probably Kodo, because I'll definitely get rid of one of his creatures, whatever he plays. Oh, maybe not. Well, gosh darn it, that's not good. That's not good at all. You know what? Just do this. I wouldn't be surprised if he has game though.
Well played.
Yeah.
Who dares summon me?
Ugh. Oh, I'm not a fan of Doomguard. It's always the one that brings me down. And then that one win we had is completely gone. That's why I don't like sticking to anything that's not like super meta, because like Ramp Druid is pretty successful. Warrior works out really nicely too. I just don't like playing the same decks over and over again, especially ones that are very like meta or you know, widely used. I kind of like to do different stuff, you know. Like when I played Call of Duty, I always like to use the guns that no one else used. I don't know, I guess hipster, but it's just not, it's not fun to be like, you know, one of many. You always kind of want to be unique.
I will fight with honor.
So I know it's the Equality Pyromancer combo, but to be honest, I might not need it this early. I mean, no, I'm not going to need either of these really. I could hold on to him just to get rid of some of the totems, but I'd rather opt for something else. So Hammer of Wrath, I'd rather have that. And Equality is just fine to have, I guess. So, and there's the second one. Oh well. Yeah, everybody's using the new card back. I mean, it looks nice. I used it for a bit, but now that everyone's kind of shifted away from the green one, green and black is my favorite color combination, so I was ready to jump on board with that. I think I'm going to coin into Golem. I think that just would work out, because just playing the 1/1, it would just trade with his, and then we're getting nowhere. Whereas, you know, this, I got something. I mean, he could, like, lightning bolt it or whatever, but then he's using a lightning bolt on it. Which he does not. So. Consecrate is good. We like to have Consecrate. I will probably just... There's really nothing I'm afraid of by keeping those totems around. So I'm going to go for face. Because he really can't do much. As far as I can think anyways. So... yeah, I'm not sure what he's going to do. Feral Spirit, maybe? No, another totem. Ah. That is something. That is like the anti-harvest golem. And then now what? Still not worth really, you know, nothing in my hands worth playing, so I'll do that and just hit for one, I guess. I mean, once he gets maybe like 2 more creatures on the field, or any like actual cards on the field, Consecrate might be worth it. And if he Flame Tongues, I have Hammer of Wrath to just get rid of that Flame Tongue. So I have options in my hands, which is great, because anything he plays for the most part I can deal with. Oof. Doomhammer, that's different. I never see that used. I have a friend who plays it, but I don't know. Never really cared for it. Should I make one of his totems have 1 attack? See, now it's kind of like, what the hell? I have nothing. It's not worth wasting any of these cards. He can just take out this with his weapon now.
Reporting for duty.
Not that I play big creatures, but again, it'll be taken out with 1 hit. Whereas I have a lot of health, so I don't mind. So, you know what? Let's do that for now.
The light protects me.
I just haven't really seen what his win condition is. This is frustrating. I could True Silver Champion, get rid of the taunt, and then minion. Again, not much.
For justice.
Might be a waste of the weapon swing, but oh well.
Reporting for duty.
I feel like it's really slow right now. Again, with him being Shaman, he's probably waiting for me to play, you know, something worth playing against. And then he could always Alec here. It does open it up for a, you know, equality and consecrate, or probably that, just so I lose less. Or really, I don't want to waste it, because then really I'd only be dealing with that. So, I mean, I could just consecrate, swing of weapon, and then play my hero power, probably. If I Eldor Peacekeeper, then that's pretty worthless, being a 1/5. I could do that. I think I'll do that and save the Consecrate for later.
Follow the rules.
And then do this.
Reporting for duty.
And maybe heal myself just so I don't have this card kind of taking up space. Because I haven't really come into any, you know, besides that 1 hammer, I don't have anything to draw with. So if I get a lay on hands, I don't want my current hand to be too full. So I'm not going to have any other time to play it anyways. I got the maximum amount of health, so. Yeah, I figured Alec here would be coming out. So I think right about now is when I equality and then consecrate. That was good. I'm happy with that.
Reporting for duty.
We're still pretty even in terms of card advantage. He's 1 ahead with that current draw, but life's pretty even too, so really just haven't really been getting anywhere. Which is, you know, we'll see what happens. The Kodo. if I Hammer of Wrath to get rid of the taunt, they'll die, then I can definitely take out that thing with the Kodo, which I think is the most optimal play I can make. I can also use the weapon, but in which case I don't have anything else to play. So I will Kodo. And then save the weapon. Gives myself a 3/5 on the field, so I'm happy. Plus I have Tyrion now. Tyrion's good. He hasn't played either Hex though, so I mean it's definitely Hex bait. There's the first one. I kinda wanna wait before I can play Tyrion. Because he gives you such advantage that if he just gets hexed, it's just worthless. So at least I have a taunt. That's something. It's not worth playing Hammer. It's not worth swinging with the weapon either. I could play a Pyromancer, just get something out on the field. And if he wants to swing at it with the weapon, then by all means. And then I'm going to hold off on the Thalnos. You know, because he can get some spell damage out of it with the hammer. Which I might need. I'm not sure what he runs, but he could be one who runs Earth Elementals. I actually do that in my Shaman deck. My Shaman deck's pretty weird, though. I don't know how viable it is at like this rank play, but you wouldn't expect some of the stuff. Like Hammer Wrath is good against that thing. So Guardian of Kings, I think, would be Hex bait. So there's just no good way of getting him out this turn. So definitely need to do this. And then I don't want to Avenging Wrath because those things will take some of the hits. So I think I'm gonna do this. I could save Thalnos for the Avenging Wrath. I don't think it's worth it. So at this point, I'm gonna play it. It's also gonna give me some card cycle. You know, whatever I can draw. Because he's not doing too much for me at this point. So whatever he wants to do to get rid of it, I'll be fine with. And then the faster I get Guardian of Kings out on the field, the faster he'll probably hex it. So we'll see what happens. At this point, I might just Equality Pyromancer. So I think I'm definitely going to Equality Pyromancer. So that's good. I could do 8 to the face or bring up Cairn would be good bait. Let's do it. Because that's definitely something you want to hex. So if he has that second hex now, he's going to play it. Which we're hoping. If not, I can Guardian of Kings, and then whichever one at that point. He hexes, and I have the other one. There we go. That's interesting. You really just gotta bait them out. So my play is I don't know if I want to do Tyrion right away. Because if I do Acolyte and Guardian, then I could take out that the Shield Master in just one hit with the Guardian, and then we'll see what happens. I think that's the better play, just because I don't want to waste the Divine Shield. Just getting rid of the taunt. So what are we looking at for card draw? 13, 10. Okay. So, and I have not drawn lay on hands, so with that you'd be looking at less turns than the 10. especially with Acolyte out.
I wonder.
It's a really good match, though. I mean, we've been really even for the most part. Card-wise, life-wise. So. But he did use both hexes, and that's going to hurt him big time. That doesn't bother me so much. I can deal with that. I don't know what his win condition is at this point, though. This is like one big move, maybe like a Leroy, a Rockbiter, or something like that. Which we haven't seen either Rockbiter. Maybe he runs them, but I don't see why he wouldn't.
There is little time.
Okay, so what are my options? I could consecrate and then swing with the weapon and start going in. And then Avenging Wrath would put some huge pressure. So I think that's my best bet. Because we're at low, he's at a low enough health now where we should really start,
For justice.
you know, laying some heavy pressure. So. I mean, 4 health. I just hit him in the face with the weapon if he can't take care of the creatures. So that was huge. That was a huge play. I think that won me the game. So, I mean, we did some pretty big hits there. 12 damage.
What to do?
14. It literally just happened, but I can't figure it out. Yeah, I don't see how he's going to get himself out of this. Yeah, you figure he was going to wait.